Hi everyone, so I'm Alex by living in Seoul and this is my hashtag Korean boyfriend TM, and we're talking about two different pop-ups with the same theme, very vastly different experiences, and to be honest, it's a little surprising because one of them has a more demure reputation and one of them has a less demure reputation. So I'm gonna fill Korean boyfriend here in Jellycat space pop-up store that I went to. He wasn't there with me, but he went to space. We went to Space Molly together. Okay. And these are both space themed. They happened within the last year, and also they even had some similarities, and we're gonna talk about it. But I was not happy after Jellycat. He got like a few text messages where I was just like, I'm so upset. He doesn't really know why. So they gave me this very cute sticker. It's a nice sticker, right? I am not going to use it because it just has a really bad memory along with it. So I'm like, yeah, there's a free sticker, but that's it. Okay. Then they gave me this, which is not a stamp rally, which you will see comes back in later. This is a brochure of the Jellycat Space Collection. And to be honest, I thought that the space dog was particularly cute. The space bunnies are kind of cute. I thought the black hole was a little bit of a, I was like, it's just a puffball and it's $58. So it's a black puffball. I could make that with my crocheting skills very easily. So maybe I will. Yeah. But the white Scotty dog is cute. Scotties are usually actually all black or like peppered, so I was confused because I was like, I think they mean Westie, but no, it is a Scotty. It has like a longer nose. I looked it up, so it's just whatever. But yeah, the Scotty dog is cute. I'll let you look at the prices because when you convert them to Korean won, they're even crazier. And the space bunny is cute, but it's just a galaxy print bunny. So I'll let you look at the products.
Whoa.
And
I don't think I will pay 92,000 Korean won for this little thing.
And I'm gonna show them like also on the screen because I have videos from before things went south. When things started to get uncomfortable, I stopped taking videos because I was uncomfortable. So I like some of the ideas, but the execution's not that cute. Like this just looks like anything you could get at the beach in America. Like when you go to the beach in America, they have these things with big eyes. The alien is kind of cute, but I don't know. I like the dog better.
Aliens are not really my thing. The dog is pretty cute. Even the bunny, I don't know if I love the bunny. This one is kind of cute.
Well, the bunny's just a bunny.
Yeah.
I've had a million bunnies that look like this.
No.
The peanut and the peanut and the boiled egg aren't my favorite. Like they're not. They're funny, but they're not my favorite for some reason.
I see like two things that I'm okay with, personally. But I mean,
I like the flying saucer, but it's also like not my aesthetic. So.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna pay $142,000.
It's this big.
Yeah, Korean won for that is too much. Yeah. I think they're a little overpriced. I don't know if they have a fandom. I guess they could charge that.
So they have a fandom, and their thing is we spent hours and hours sketching out the design, and they have a huge fandom. And
Are you sure they spent hours and hours? Because I mean. I don't know anything about design, but they kind of look like Gemini generated ones. Like especially the saucer one and the alien one. It just looks like a generic alien. So to me, it just feels like I don't know if they're very. I mean, obviously, some designers.
Really easy to crochet.
Yeah, some designers might look at it and say they could explain why they're original to me, but to me, in my uneducated, dumb eyes,
I thought these look more
but they're not. Yeah, they look a little interesting, but they are all pretty. I don't think they're very original to me.
I thought this looked like a meatball, so I wasn't sure what it was. It's Mars.
Yeah. So it's red and angry.
Here's the pins, which are a little expensive as well.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably gonna talk about it when we're talking about space mollies, but like when I look at space mollies, I can tell even with my uneducated eyes, they're pretty original. They're particular characters and stuff like that. But these one, it just I don't know. Maybe they're because they're
kind of look like a Build-A-Bear, right?
Yeah, yeah. But Build-A-Bears have actually cute memories.
Yeah.
You customize them, but these come in a off the shelf package, but also. They don't seem very original to me. Are you supposed to put pins and clothing on it or
actually most people don't dress them. I don't know, people kind of like them because they're demure and they're kind of that old money vibe. They're more demure.
This is old money?
Well, this is space, so this is a little out there, but it's supposed to be really special. I thought their logo's cute right here, the Jellycat. the Jellycat is the name of the mascot, I guess. No, the mascot has a different name. I forget his name. The one with the beanie. But that's kind of actually why I wanted to go, because I saw somebody else's picture of this guy in what I later found out was the general store.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to go to that store. Also, there's tennis ball that's really cute. I like tennis. So I really wanted to check out the general store, although I thought maybe I would have to go 2 times, because when something's a little expensive, I have to sometimes think about it, right? And come back 2 times, which is interesting when I get to my store. So I get in line, I go before I eat lunch. So I'm there around 12:30, which the line was not too long. I think I waited 15-ish, maybe 20-ish minutes, between 15 and 20. And there were heaters. And the people in line were like, they were pretty nice. They're like asking people, are you warm enough? I was too warm. So I went in, and when it was my turn, and everybody was Korean, so you know, it was just like a nice girl. And then we go in, and I'm gonna put videos on the screen. And you know, we go into different rooms. We kind of watch like a video, and it's like around you, kind of like an IMAX theater situation. So you feel like you're in a spaceship, and they're like loading up the spaceship, and it's really cute, right? And like a teddy bear comes on the screen. It's a little AI looking, which I don't like when it looks too AI and not like a animator made it, you know? But for the most part, I thought it was really cute, and I was like, it's cute. I thought that this guy was really cute, so I think I have a video of him, and I'll put that here too. But he's cute. You don't like him maybe, but I think he's cute. I love cats. I
love cats, but this makes me look like it's from some kind of cafe or like restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why it gives me that vibe, but it just looks like I'm gonna be eating some desserts after looking at that.
Oh, so I was surprised when it was just kind of a brochure of this, and I was like, oh, is there a store with all the other stuff? I'm confused, right? I go through, and then immediately when you're done watching the little mini movie and getting a narration in completely Korean, which is fine. I'm okay with people speaking Korean because I can't figure out what's going on. It's a little mini movie. So I go in, and immediately it's like you're in line for a kiosk to buy the space items, and I was like, oh, so only like, well, they have a display of all of these there, and some of the displays are like a big size, and some of them are the actual products, so you just have to make sure you're not confused. And you order it on like a kiosk, and then you go over to the packaging, and if you order certain ones, you get like a special experience when they package it. So they like fly down from a spaceship or something like that. It's not quite like, I don't know, I feel like it's like wannabe Build-A-Bear, but not quite. A lot of people really like it, especially for kids. And for the food, it kind of works a little bit better. But anyway, people like it. The space stuff is super popular in Korea, right? The rabbits are actually like one of their most popular things.
Oh yeah, rabbits are a little cuter.
It's cute, but it's just a rabbit to me. Like I had rabbits that look like that. So for me, the rabbit is the thing that confuses me the most, because I've had like so many rabbits that look like that like growing up, and they're just as soft and cute. So you get to look at them behind the glass, you go in, and then very quickly you decide if you're gonna buy something or not. And it's a little bit like you do feel a little pressured to buy it in that moment.
Yeah, because everyone's like, oh, what do you want to buy? What do you want to buy?
Yeah, and the only way to get like a packaging experience is to buy something from the space collection, not any of the other collections, which I was hoping I would see. I walk out of there, I looked at the kiosk, and I thought about getting like all the girls my age with my budget, I thought about getting an enamel pin, or maybe like the Space Bunny like key ring. I decided not, because I have a purple rabbit keyring that I want that looks exactly the same, right? Except purple. And I thought about getting, you know, one of these because I love the dog, but I didn't. And so I was like, because they don't come with the packaging experience, only like the full size. So only these like main. By the way, these are the main things they're selling, and these are the side characters. So these are the main experience if you buy them. The prices range from 92 to 82 to 140. But by the way, this is 82,000 won, which is about like 82 USD. And it's just a circle. It's also like, it's not very big either.
Side characters are cuter than the main characters.
Back on topic, I'm sorry. We go to the kiosk. I felt pressured, but I didn't buy anything. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll keep walking. There's a lot of space, not a lot of people. And I'm walking through, looking for is this over? Like, what's happening next? And I go in, and a guy is yelling in English, General Store! Get back in line! Right? So I'm like, what? And he's like screaming it, okay? And I'm like, oh, I want to go to the general store. And he said, get back in line! Right?
I hope he didn't say it like that, but...
No, he said it like that.
Yikes.
And he's like screaming, general store! Get back in line! And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the store I want to go to is the general store, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to go in there if someone's yelling, get back in line!
I get really scared. So for me, I'm like, the only line I saw was outside. They're only letting like 6 people in at a time. Like, you're like lined up in 2 rows. Like, they have like a specific set. It's not like the firework festival. Okay? It's very few people. So when he's screaming, I think I'm doing something wrong, right? I think he's just trying to do like crowd control, but there wasn't a crowd.
Weren't there like 10 people there?
Yeah, there were like 10 people.
So he could individually talk to the people. And
when I asked him the question, I really wish he would have pointed where I was supposed to go. That's all I wanted. I was like, general store?
But isn't this in Seongsu?
This was in Seongsu.
Like hotspot for Koreans, but also like a lot of like tourists go there. So they usually have like 1 or 2 like English speaking person in there. But if they're not just like targeting, like if they're a Korean company only targeting Korean people, then I guess they don't have like English speaking people in there.
No, I'm pretty sure Palm Pals are the Korean knockoff version of this.
Oh. I mean, I don't know anything about this, but
we walked past something called Palm Pals, which are like the knockoff of the Jellycat, and this is Jellycat London. And then I've only seen videos of people talking about it in euro and pounds. So they're like, oh, I'm paying £12 for something really small, but actually they're paying like $24 US, right? That's why it's confusing also. From like Korean won, it gets like up really high in the price.
Maybe they really localized it.
I think they really localized
it.
And it says Seoul 2025 down here, so I think it's like an official, maybe with the city like thing.
But
actually, also I looked it up, and they are just manufactured well, but in the regular places where like Build-A-Bear and stuff would be manufactured as well, like same countries. And supposedly all this price is coming from the design team.
I just feel like if you're in Seongsu, you should probably appeal to tourist population, and if you don't, that's fine. That's their business decision. And B, like, I feel like their designs are not the original.
So then, like, I wanted to go to the general store. I walk outside. Are you okay?
I'm already upset.
Okay. The guy says, go back in line. And I thought, I think there's 2 lines outdoors that I missed. So I just walk through. I follow everybody else. I'm not running, right? I follow where other people are going. And I don't see an entrance or another line to the general store. And I accidentally walk out the front, and there's a guy standing out there. And he won't let me go backwards and to go back to the store. And I'm like, I'm really confused. Like, I didn't see the general store. And when I asked the employee in there, he told me to like get back in line. Like, he just yelled at me. And so I came back outside to the line. And I was very confused. The guy in there was yelling at me, and he was like, whatever, just go back in line. And he was like, and I was like, no, I already went through. Like, I didn't eat lunch yet. Like, and the line is a lot longer.
Yeah, don't mess with my Pookie when she has low blood sugar.
Like, yeah. And I was like, I really want to eat lunch. I don't want to wait, because the line was longer. So I was like, I don't want to wait 35 more minutes. Go through again. Take a spot in line from somebody else. I was like, I already went through. I looked at the special items. If I want one, I'll come back another day. But I just want to go to the general store. And I was like, he was like, no, you have to go back in line. And I got the feeling he was being like, it felt like he was being really dismissive. And at that point, I was like, if you won't help me spend money on your product, I'm not working. Like, I'm not working to spend money on a product, right? So then just like, go in line. And I was like, people are not fighting. This is not like a Labubu situation.
Yeah.
Like, and also usually if you go somewhere like to a pop-up and there's a mistake because of communication on the employee's end, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you can, like, I've had occasions where they're like, oh, I see. Let me just, like, you can go in, but you can't go
like all the way. Yeah.
Yeah. You can just go to the store and get what you want, and you can't go past. And then, you know, I've had like kind of situation like that before, but in this instance, it was like when the guy began yelling at me, that's when my experience started to get bad, because it's really scary when people just start yelling at you. And then the guy on the outside, he was like not making any eye contact with me, and he was being really dismissive. So I almost felt like it was like a bad foreigner treatment. Like, whatever, it's just a foreign tourist, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And because of that, I have a bad experience. So after the video, I'm gonna throw these away.
Yeah.
And usually I put them on my fridge and collect them with my Polaroids. And sometimes if it's really fun, I go back with you. But I don't want to because it's expensive, and they were being mean to me. I'm like,
I was like, are you gonna fix the issue inside? Like, if I go back through, am I gonna get yelled at again? Yeah. And they were like, no. And like,
but it's not like you were asking for special treatment. You were asking for explanation, right? You were just asking. This is not the experience that I was looking for. But I know that you have a general store. How do I get there? And then there's like, go back in line. It's like, I was in that line just now. I just went through. Is that the line that leads to general store? Go back in line. What the fuck?
Yeah, so you have to go back all the way through. And I was like, but I already like waited in line.
That's the line that I was in, and that wasn't the experience that I wanted.
And I wasn't trying to pull one over. Yeah. I wasn't trying, like, I don't know what going back to the general store would.
I think they just didn't care.
I think they didn't. Yeah.
Don't care.
But now I'm not going to Jellycat, and if I ever get something, like, I'll go to Build-A-Bear. Like, I'm getting something special. It's like Build-A-Bear or Squishmallow.
Yeah, I think Squishmallows are much cuter than this anyway.
I think this is almost like a knockoff of Squishmallows, because Squishmallows has like an original idea of making it very round and squishable, and their designs actually had like a higher resale value too. So
and Squishmallows
and
are
the
like
price
so
was like half. They come in like different sizes as well. Yeah, Squishmallows are cute. To compare the experience, we went to Popmart, which is known for having crazy crowds, right? Nobody was yelling at me. Oh, by the way, I want to say, if the guy who had been saying the stuff about the general store had spoken Korean, I would have been able to, if he were yelling at me, I would have been able to translate it, or like been able to try to find it on my own a little better if he had like left me alone. But because he was targeting me with his English and saying the wrong thing, it was like I felt really scared, you know? Like, it just, and I was having a good time and good vibes, and I was like, this is really cute, until he started, first, I felt a little pressured. I noticed feeling like a weird pressure to buy one of the
most expensive
item at the kiosk, which a lot of people I think like felt. And then I was like, I guess I'm not surprised because it's like they want to keep the line moving, so they don't want you to think about it. They just want you to buy. So they're trying to do an impulsive purchase. I say there's a difference between spontaneous buying and impulsive buying. They were kind of pushing impulsive buying at Jellycat. And I was like, whatever, I'm not going to buy it. Because for me, if I don't have enough time to think about it, I just won't buy it. And I don't really like the space ones that much. So I was like, okay, well, if I don't buy anything, that's fine. Then they mentioned the general store. And when he started yelling at me, that's basically when I stopped taking any pictures, because I already went into like fight or fight mode. Because when you have somebody yelling at you, like, the whole thing is
especially in this experience where you're like meant to be having like relaxed, like looking at cute things.
It's supposed to be demure.
Yeah,
like their thing is demure, but Squishmallows is much more demure. So I'm a Squishmallows fan.
Me too. And follow the storyline and customize things. And this sticker, there are like a bunch of different stickers, and then obviously they're all in Korean, so we had to like translate it. And then I was like explaining things, and then no one like cared that we had to like take some time and do that. And there were like that many people there when we went though, so it was nice. And then like people are really nice. It's like, we were like, can we just take some time? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then you could like actually stand on like platforms and like make certificates.
I wanna preface by saying they were selling Labubus there.
Yes, and they were very expensive ones.
And they were expensive ones. The what do you call, the macaron were for sale downstairs and sold out, and then the Begin to Energy were also sold out. But there were other like Labubus and popular things that were still for sale, and everybody was still like not screaming like get in
Yeah.
line. And
Yeah, and they were just like, oh, like, do you have anything that you want to look at? And then they noticed your some of your like labubus, and they say, oh, like you like this kind of labubu, we have these. And then they didn't like pressure us to buy it. They're just like, oh yeah, these are our collections, and they actually use a Notion page to do it. And they're like, oh, you can filter out by like what's sold out and what's not sold out and stuff like that.
oh, the girl at the kiosk. So this also had a kiosk, and it has an order form here. And the girl at the kiosk was really nice. And I was also like a little hung up on whether or not I was gonna buy the sketch of the labubu. I have pictures from this here. So as you're talking about things and we're talking, I'm gonna put the pictures up. And there was like the labubu that I thought about getting because it did kind of match our color decor in our house, and it would have like blended in somewhere in our house.
And it was in discount
and it's the
too.
original design.
No. Sorry.
And it was the original design, so I was kind of like, you know, this is something that we could just put in our house for a long time, and it's cute, but our house is a little small because we live in Seoul, so I was on the fence, and she didn't pressure me at all. She almost not like talk me out of it, but she was like, well, it is rare, but you know, it is a little expensive. And then like I didn't feel like she was looking down on me. Also, when I was looking at the Sanrio mollies, which are also pretty popular, it's like one of the world's most biggest and expensive blind boxes. It's like this big. And she was like, that one is really cute. And I was like, that's one of the ones I consider.
I feel like the biggest difference is like the people who are running the Space Molly were actual fans. Like they actually knew the characters. They related to the people visiting. They knew like the characters, and then they like really cared for them. Kind of. They're just like I know people like this for this reasons, and if you like this kind of character, you probably like those characters and stuff like that.
We took pictures with like the giant One Piece and the Timu and all that.
But the other Jellycat or whatever the name is, we're just kind of like, I just work here. Don't ask me questions. English, I don't care. Just go back in line.
But did you know Jellycat's famous for their like good customer service?
Well, they did. They really localized in Korea.
Yeah, they really localized them.
I mean, that's not fair because Korea usually have like really good customer service.
It can be good as long as like people aren't being weirdly discriminating.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was just targeting Korean and then didn't like account for any like tourist or like foreign population coming in. But
yeah, well, I went like as a person going by myself. I felt like because I wasn't in a group, they were more mean, and then. Because I like went during a time of day when I wasn't working and I had like time off, and I felt like they were being like a little bit more mean because I wasn't in a group. Everybody else I know who went in a group, so it's like less scary than like going alone.
And also maybe like these pop-ups are usually not meant to drive sales. Like, it's meant to more of a like provide experience, and then like people hear about it, and then people like go back and buy things at the actual store or online and stuff like that. So that's why the girl over there didn't like pressure you to sell because they were already selling quite well.
Oh yeah, Popmart is selling quite well.
Maybe Jellycats thing, like maybe their like incentives are a little different. Maybe they had to make a lot of sales at the spot, so they were like pushing people to like buy things. And then when you say, oh, I want to go to general store, they're like, oh, you're not going to buy anything? Just go back in line. I don't care. Maybe that was a thing. Maybe if you like purchase like two things and then telling them, oh, I want to go to general store, they might have actually
I feel like if I
escorted you there.
I felt like if I had a bag from the space store, they would have taken me to the general store.
So incentives might be different. But anyway, it's
but also we got better souvenirs from Space Molly. And by the way, these are like both Space Pop-Up. They're both companies that claim to put like a lot into their design, although we know that Popmart does because they find real artists. So like they take like you can send them a picture and like they put your picture on your like space license, and then they stamp the back. It's like my official rocket ship license here. And they gave us two, even though I was like, we only need one. But
I mean, I guess we're not like clamping down on the artist of a Jellycat space, but we are just saying the display was very weird because they seemed a little generic things. I'm sure they have like different characters there, but Space Molly actually had like more diverse set of characters.
There's somewhere in here there was pictures of everything that was on sale. Let me. So this is the raffle card. Oh, here's like another ticket. So they give you like a lot of souvenirs.
Oh, this one.
Okay, yeah. So this is the one. So they also had a raffle to buy these things because these things are, I guess, extra rare. And they were kind of cool. And I'm not even that much of a Molly fan. Like if you've seen my other videos, I didn't like the Stitch Molly and stuff like that. But the actual Space Molly with the moon was cool. The lamp was cool, and the mirror was cool. We took a picture there. They have some chain necklaces here, lanyards. They had some really interesting stuff. So I think they were, one of the things that people do at pop-ups is get consumer information. I think they were testing some consumer information here. So they're seeing how would a blanket sell, how would a floor rug sell, how would like decorative skateboard sell, and a lamp and a mirror.
I think they cared too much about making like record sale at the spot. That's why they weren't like pressuring. They were more concerned about people having a good time. Yeah, they knew they were gonna sell and stuff.
They just wanted people to do, and one of the ways that they didn't like have to deal with resellers is you had to do the fun stuff. You couldn't skip the fun stuff if you wanted to buy something. And I was like, well, we're probably not gonna buy anything here right now, so I was like, we can do whatever we want. But we did it all because I went for the experience. So it's also a good way to get rid of resellers.
Yeah, you had to go through quite a bit of steps there. It was like time consuming. We liked it because we went there for that. But a lot of resellers probably would prefer Jellycats because they could just go through and buy it.
Buy it all and then resell it for double the price. Although I don't know why, because Jellycat's not even special.
No.
And Build-A-Bear is like so much better.
So we were a little upset.
I ended up spending more money at one of the makeup stores just because I was upset and they were nice to me.
And they also gave you a lot of samples.
They gave me enough samples that I felt a little bit better about it. But yeah. And they didn't, like, her English wasn't very good, the sales girl, but like she was so nice, so I didn't mind. It's like I don't care if people like want to speak English or speak Korean or use Papago, like I don't care. As long as they're not yelling at me.
If you don't speak very good English, you can still like form enough words to like communicate basic things. And then if you feel really uncomfortable, that you could use Papago.
So that's one theme and two experiences where I didn't buy anything from either one, although I almost bought one from this. And that's our story. You can't tell, but I can tell that he's upset right now.
I'm gonna have to go to Starbucks and have something sweet.
He's gonna have some hot chocolate now.